And everyone, track fans, everyone out there, good morning. Good morning, Darfingers. Already in the, I saw you was already in here this morning. Well done. I was just resetting up my bits and bobs so I could give you a good show this morning. So good morning to you, my mate. Good morning, Daz. Good to see you here. Got a little surprise. I hope it's all right with you to share some of your stuff with the viewers in a bit. Oh, that'll be good. So, what are we getting on with? Let's do shout outs first. Shout outs. Darfingers in the room. Daz in the room. Well done. Steve. Morning, Steve. So I would just like to give a shout out to the younger viewers, the young guns in the house, because they're the next guys that are going to be coming up through the ranks to give us a good racing, show us the new craft skills. So Albert's birthday in the week. Happy birthday, my man. Yes, 9 years old. Yes. And I believe Nan is coming to see you today. So if that was a surprise, sorry. No, I doubt it was a surprise. When Mother Dearest gets on the airplane, everyone in the family knows about it. We've got Eddie and Eleanor. So, all right, are you going to the Summer Classics? Let me know. Cameron, are you up yet? Cam, morning. Lewis, Elliot, Richards, good morning, guys. You all right? And then Charlie, newest young track fan, come back to Rockingham Club on Friday. Had a great race, really good race. Good morning, Tony. Now, what I have got to say is just to give a bit of parental backup here for parents of kids who are watching. Kids, if you're watching the show, that's great. If you're watching a show on your dad or your mum's device, even better. But what you can't do is go off nicking your parents' devices to try and put in phone calls to me. I didn't get a phone call and I'd love to chat to you, but you have to arrange it through your parents first. All right. So, Mark, if you want to have a 5-minute FaceTime with Lewis and Elliot, that is absolutely sweet, mate. We can set that up. But Lewis and Elliot, you've got to ask your dad if you use his phone first. All right. That's the rules. So anyway, Mark, you owe me a beer. Right then. So, got a big show this morning. Now we've done the shout outs, got a few people come into the room. Good morning, everyone. Do feel free to comment, like, share, do whatever you need to do, spread the word, keep the hobby in the viewers, in everyone's eyes. So what I'll do is, he says, what I wanted to share with you last week, right, was what a consummate slot car professional looks like. Okay, so check this little video out. Let me just add this to the stream. This is a picture of, just pause that. This is a picture we're looking at of the National Raceway track up in Rockingham. They keep it in a locked room, so you can't go in there and practice. And it comes out every now and again for major events. So you'd have seen this in the Rock Bull event on my stream from around about late last year. And what do we have here? This is what professional looks like. So here you have all of the kit down there and just one guy beavering away. So this is 20 to 12, as in 20 to midnight. And you got this guy here. Let's get a zoom in. There you go. Working away, truing tyres at 11:40 p.m. And he's going to be in here at 8 o'clock. That there, guys, is James Cleave. So if you don't know who James Cleave is, he has a YouTube channel and he does technical video. He does all sorts of videos, in honesty. But some of his tech videos are next level. So if you don't know James Cleave Tech, go over and subscribe to his channel on YouTube. But that's what a professional and a champion looks like. So he actually went on to win all 3 races over the weekend that he was in. 20 to midnight, and he is there. All right, let's just get rid of this now. So that was one thing. Let's have a look at some viewers' picks. So I'm very, very blessed that some of our commentators, some of our fans, you guys, you all pitch in and give us some good pictures to look at. Sorry, it is survival coffee this morning. It was the King's coronation yesterday. So if you don't live in the UK, and you live under a rock if you do live in the UK, no one could get away from the fact that the King was coronated yesterday. Long live the King. So fortunately for me, being an ex-soldier, my contract was with the late, great Queen. She's dead. My contract's finished. So, you know, I'm done. I'm out of it. But let's push on. So we've got some good things to look at today. Richard's been in touch. Good morning, Doug. How you doing? Nice to see you, mate. Nice to see you. I'm biting my tongue off here from not sharing what you sent me in the week. That looked amazing. Like, seriously good. If we get some permission, I'll share with you what Doug shared with me. And yes, it is clean. Morning, Mac. You all right? How you doing? Good man. We've got a rover update coming up in a bit. So keep tuned, brother, and you'll see what is happening there. So firstly, let's have a look. We looked a couple of 3 weeks ago at Richard. He showed us his space. He showed us what he was thinking. It's been a little bit of track development. We're going to follow Richard's track and watch it going through progression of being built. So I'm going to share my screen. Here we go. Boosh. You should see that now. So here we go. He's coming along. He's got his cars on the track there. Nice. He's developed his pit lane. His pit lane's going in. It's got a nice sort of curve corner coming in out of the far corner. Quite like the way he's got his room green as well. That's going to be really good to work with if you ever do some videoing. That green backing is going to play dividends, Rich. And then an overview. This track, right, it's got some speed to it. I quite like it. I don't mind having a go on that at some point. So if you tell me that you're living in like Plymouth, then no chance. So that was the track from Rich. I can't wait to see how he develops that, whether he gets some scenery on the outside, get some film on the walls, give it that kind of landscape in depth. Good morning, Travis. Here he is. Good morning. Are you coming out to do a news feature this week? Is this week your week to start your regular news feature? Oh, I love it. I tell you what, that was something else. Anyway, Travis, call me later. I've got some big news for you. Right. So we've had a look at Rich's track now. You know, we're big fans of Ian and Doug and Magnetic Racing, and we do talk about other providers like Slot Track Scenics and WASP. So it's not like we're one-sided. It's just as it turns out, we're just doing more magnetic racing stuff. So that's generally what we're talking about. If anyone wants to interrupt that, feel free to send some kits or whatever, and we'll gladly talk about those. No problem at all. So what I wanted to do was firstly share with you. I'm going to have to get this right now. There you go. Is talk to you about Darren's newest build. So Darren's just built and bought Dunlop Grandstand. Darren, pop in here what number that is from Magnetic Racing. So if anyone likes this, then they can get involved and get one for themselves. Or better still, put it on the Christmas card list or the birthday list even. Get one ahead of when you actually would have bought it yourself. So it does done a really, really good job on this. Really enjoying this. Oh, Travis, please. I'll tell you what, I'll beg him up for you and then you can come on. So Travis, just before we carry on with Darren's slides, has just got a mega deal with Slot Mods in the Americas, in the US of A. If anyone's in the USA watching this, Travis is the new sheriff in town. So Slot Mods has seen some real good, like the rest of us actually. We've been tuning into Travis's regular, like literally tri-daily news feed. It brings us news from corners of the slot car hobby you didn't know existed. So everyone can get regular stuff about NSR, Slot It, Revo Slot, Sideways, Team Racer, Scalextric, HO, Bow, whatever. This guy's coming out with stuff you didn't even know existed. People who are regenerating stuff, people who have gone bust, people. It's, if you want to know, if you want your finger on the pulse, tune in to Travis's news feed on That Slot Car Guy. Really does bring us a lot of banging news. So I can't speak highly enough of the news feed. Travis, terrible guy, but his news feed's brilliant. No, I'm only joking. I'm joking. Don't cancel me. I'm joking. Lovely guy. So here we go. Let's crack on with Daz's slides. I like this one the best because you've got the landscape vista in the background. I mean, feel free to chip in and tell us what you think of Daz's masterpieces. I'm a big fan, to the tune that if I actually bought some more stuff, I might pipe over the surplus to Daz to paint because he's clearly got loads of time on his hands. Yeah, I'll chuck that up on the screen, Darren. This kit is 003. Actually, you're not working your way through the numbers, are you, Daz? I think they're up to about like 956 at the moment. They turn out buildings at this place for fun. Love this love this detail looking down on the grandstand itself, and then a bit more of a step back look. Really good. And they, just to remind you, that's where you're buying the stuff from. At magneticracing.com. Get in there. Doug's in the show with us this morning. Ian's not. He's still in bed, sleeping and licking his pillow. Yeah, no, Travis, mate, come on. Your news is good. Your news is well worth it. Yeah, that's right. We'll call him half. It's like the Maura Stewart. I love it. It's like I heard someone years ago say, if the aliens landed, we're going to send Trevor McDonald. That bloke is half man, half news desk, because no one's ever seen his legs. No one knows how tall Trevor McDonald is. So I wonder if we could do the same with Travis. Travis is about 4'1" tall, I believe, but all we ever see is this bit of his head on the screen. Ah, classic. Travis, you're a legend. Mate, you did the work, Darren. You did the work, brother. So thank you for sharing that with us. Okay, so what we'll go into, as I had a nice slide for it. There, yes, the rover update. Boom, boom, boom. So I've clear coated it. Guys, I've clear coated it. And it is looking fabulous. Check this out. Just the right amount of lacquer, clear coat on it, so it's not overly shining. It is looking tip top. And remember I said last week I was really quite happy with how the kind of where I hadn't took the tape off this bit here, and it's bled under, but given the reverse color of the one up above, I can't do this. I tell you what, I was watching Dave from Slot R. Let's just give this video a shout out because it's totally worth it. So if you haven't seen it yet, and I don't know if you're in the room yet, Dave does like to tune in on Sundays, but head over to this channel on YouTube, Slot R, and in particular, this, let's just mute that, this particular episode, because what he does is he goes hardcore. He goes hardcore and he shows you how to build. I'm not going to spoil any more for you, but tune in because he goes hardcore and he shows you how to build a car park in a track that's already built. Genius. But yes, see, Darren is the provider and the illuminator. So Daz has been in touch with Magnetic Racing and told him that some ideas of his, and they're going to do it because that's how they roll. Who was it the other day was saying? It was you, Darren. We were talking about ablutions. I hope that is an idea. So anyway, back to the Rover. So what we're going to do now is paint the headlights, paint the tail lights, put it back together. But before we put it back together, what I have done is I've modified the tyres, because I tried it on the track, didn't work. Well, it did, but it was sort of really, it was awful. So I've modified it a little bit. I've found some tyres that actually fit it, because the tyres are like this wide. So I've got them covered. And I'll show you that on the next episode. I'll show you that next week. I'll show you what the tyres are, where I got them from, how to refit them, just to upgrade them. So you've got traction on the track and you can use the car again. So what we'll need to do is next week on the Rover, we're going to be putting some weight in the car and how to get the tyres right, or how to find some tyres if you haven't got any tyres, so that you can get racing and try and have a decent couple of laps around the track. That's what we'll do next week on the Rover. So get tuned for that. Got a guest in next week, got a special guest and a special guest lined up for after that. So probably going to try and angle it, do a guest every other week to keep it a bit fresh, because we've got projects going on here that we need to cover between us, and then bring in people to chat to us about other stuff that could be relevant at the time. That would be great. See, look, this is what I like. See, look. So then Ian recognizes one of the track fans. Daz has been in touch. Daz is like saying, that is the tip of the iceberg. I've got tons of ideas. And Doug is engaging within the chat. That's why I do the Sunday slot car sessions. Not so you can listen to me bleating on like mad, but just so you can get together. Call it like the Sunday Community Club, you know. It is the youth centre for the aging. Right, hold on a second then. Right. Oh, I'll tell you what, let's get some zoom in. Right. It's going to save me. Here we go, Dark Fingers. So we'll start from the front to give you a better idea of how it looks. So the lines that we did, really, really cool. And the thing is like what Darren said when I was putting the stickers on last week, was maybe less can be more. So sometimes if I'm going sticker crazy and turning this into a banger racing car, it's often good just to step back and think, actually, do I need all of these stickers or don't I? So yeah, really happy with how that's come out. We'll get that back to where it was. Boosh, lovely. So what I did was I wanted to share with you. I know you've been following it over the period of time that we've been doing this, but it is a major build, and I thought that this might be a useful way to help you guys or other people that are watching back on this to understand what's involved in doing some of these buildings. So if I pull up, so as you can see, got my own doghouse here. I'll bring that up, show you that in a minute, completed. But what we got is the journey through the doghouse. So if you, let me just remove that for a second. If you take my newest one that I'm building, which is, hang on. Sorry, just going to scribble out that password. I don't want to give away Ian and Doug's trade secrets. So if you see, I'm building the Marshall Tower now, and I'm doing it in a slightly different technique. So I built this as it is, and then I sprayed it. I'm doing the Dave from Slot R technique, or the Travis technique, rather than, as you'll see from this, doing it along the way. So what goes into building a doghouse, I hear you say? So firstly, spraying it, priming it. This is how I used to do it. I used to prime it up, and then build it, and then spray it on the go. So as you can see, it's laid out. I built in the first walls. What I would have been inclined to do was the left-hand image there. I'd have been inclined to have got that. Conquest is in the house. Good morning. How you doing, fella? I would have been more inclined to build it first to about this state on the left, then spray it. But, you know, life is for learning. As you can see then, the skin for the building, you've got the chance to do the detailing while it's off the building, a lot easier to move around. And you can see me gluing it, using pegs there to glue it on. And then I start to spray all the soffits, the finicky bits. You can see on the left, you've got the ceiling on the inside. This bit here on the left is where you put in some lights. So if you're into light, I need to get into lights. I have no idea how electrics work. So if anyone knows what to do on electrics, I'd love a chat with you about how all that works in modeling. So Conquest is on a 3 a.m. shuffler. If you just got up to nip to the toilet and then heading back to bed and realize we're live, if not, that's what you got to look forward to in a few years, my friend. An all-nighter these days is getting up for the lavvy 3 times. But nice to have you on board, mate, and keep the content going. If anyone's not in tune with Conquest, get onto his channel. He does some absolutely sterling content, really, really good indeed. And he just done a little video on the shadow. Mate, your editing skills are off the charts. Yeah, look. He's still out partying. You still out partying? Anyway, get back on this while you tell me what you're up to. So as you can see, we've progressed through to final stages. Let me get rid of that now. And then here you have it, the final doghouse. One thing I want to share with you, though, is, and if you build this, which is a work of art, when you're putting the roof on, there's 2 holes that these posts go through. These ones here. Make sure those holes are perfectly lined up, because what you'll find is you possibly won't be able to see it from this angle. You can see it on this one a little bit more, as it slightly kicks out. It slightly comes out on the wonk. I was going to say the P word, but we've got kids listening, so it's on the tilt. That would be my advice to you. Make sure this is fully square, or you're getting kicked out. But generally, I really like it. And some of the bits of the detailing, as you'll see from where we go through. So, yeah, on the left there is what I'm talking about with the alignment. So get the alignment right, people. And then you can see got the signage goes on. What I've done here on the left is you can paint the dog brown, or you can just give it a couple of little accent streaks like that. Just pops it out, gives it a bit of 3D. You don't have to be an artist to be able to do that. You just have to have a steady hand and something to look at. Well, here it is. You've got something to look at. It's brilliant. Cheers, Conquest. I do paint miniatures. We'll have a look at that in a second, my friend. Some detail on the ventilation, and then the bar. So I'm thinking, well, the doghouse, we've all seen Breaking Bad, and we've all seen, well, I've not seen Got Better Call Saul yet, but I'm going to tune into it. We've all seen the doghouse. It's grim. It is bottom of the barrel, proper grim. I'm just going to try and stay away from certain descriptions of the place because we've got younger viewers, so I don't want to expose them to something of that nature, but it's grim. And if you're an adult watching this, you know about it. It is proper nasty. So what I thought was, what you wouldn't expect inside the grim doghouse is a highly luxury finish with like statuaria marble, gold countertops, gold stool tops with the matching accents of the same rail color from the stool bottoms to the bar features. We've spent some of that dirty, filthy, laundered money in our building, and then what you end up finishing touches, security windows, and then you finish up with a doghouse like the doghouse. What I really want is the doghouse is this the sign, the lit one that lights up and flashes like Ian and Doug have got. But again, I have no idea where you go to get that, where you do it, what do you do, how do you find it, what? These guys have got internet, corners of the internet that we don't know exist. Are you off, Daz? Daz! See you later, my friend. You take it easy. All right, so what would you be needing for racing? Huh? What do you need to do some... Hang on, sorry, I'm distracted because I'm reading comments whilst trying to speak. Terribly poor form. Darren, you're back to work? We salute you. Working on a Sunday? Wow, what do you do, mate? Tell us, when's your next break? We'll see if we can keep the show going until you're on it. But have a good one, mate. And when you watch back, top man. Yes. So if you're going to go racing, what you'll find is you're going to need a tyre truer. So a good friend of the channel, not going to say his name at this stage. I'm not going to give you any more details at this stage, but very exciting. He is developing a tyre truer, and it's not just a pipe dream. What it is he's got this, a working model. He's got brass at the casters. He knows about electrics, and he's going to send us one to review on the channel. And I'm really excited about it in a really nerdy kind of way. I am so excited about it. So, yeah. Right. The moment. This is the moment that we have been waiting for. Aptly put his comment on the screen. If you didn't tune in last week at 4 p.m. GMT to at That Slot Car Guys YouTube channel to see us doing a live stream on what is happening through the week, well, I'm here now to give you a recap, a full-on recap of what we're doing. So as you know, it's the Slot Car Festival. We're doing the Slot Car Festival, but we decided to do it in style. Now, you can either go big or go home, or you can do what we're doing at the UK Slot Car Festival, or for the whole week, we're doing a slot car pilgrimage. So it starts. So I'm going to give you the rundown again, and I'm sure Travis will give you the rundown on his channel in the next 2 weeks on the lead up. Week and a half. Oh my gosh. It's a week and a half, boys and girls, until we are literally there. Yes, Tony, just to dress this off before I get stuck into the itinerary. Yes, it is actually originating out of Wales, believe it or not. This tyre truer is going to put Wales, an area near... Oh, embarrassing. Forgotten if it's Abergavenny or Aberystwyth. Anyway, it's from Wales. And normally I go into my Welsh banter, but I'm not going to do that. Rob, Sterling guy, he's on the case. Yes, Conquest. For the live footage, what we're going to take is wireless mics. So, wireless mics. So we can run around and get some footage. I've yet to develop a microphone, in honesty, Conquest. I had real issues at the Le Mans. Hold on a second. Well, I'm not going to do the itinerary. I'm just going to hold him there for a second. But we've got a special guest who's jumped on to join me for the itinerary. He's got his baseball cap. I can see him in the lobby. So we're just going to answer Conquest's... you're lucky. I nearly hit the add to stream button then. So I won't say that. But I just asked Conquest, what's your name, man? I'm sure it's Rule, but I can never remember. But anyway, so what gear am I taking? So I'm going to take my laptop, going to take this big bit of light next to me. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. So you can see this big light just here. Going to take that with me so everyone can have a decent look. at what's going, a decent light. That's what I'm trying to talk about. Take my camera, take 2 tripods, because I set one camera up in the main room to do some kind of like time-lapse videoing, and then the other camera I'll walk around and do VTing with. So here he is, everyone. Travis is in the house to talk all things slot car. All things slot car.
You woke me up.
Exciting. There you go, Trav. I've put it up on the screen. Oh, actually,
is my audio on?
Itinerary look. How are you, my friend?
Good, mate. Can you hear my audio? Is it okay?
I can just about hear your audio. That is fine.
Perfect. And my camera's all right, because I've been having issues with the camera. It seems all right. How are you, mate?
I am very well, thank you, buddy. I'm not bad at all. We're just steaming through the Sunday slot car sessions for the people that are awake or still awake in some cases. Conquest smashing out a 3 a.m. over the pond.
Yeah, I saw that. Oh, thanks, really? Thanks, Tony. Thanks, Tony.
Yeah, I'll just chuck that up there. That's good. Stand up, give us a twirl.
All right.
So for those of you who don't know, Travis has been recognised this week. He's been picked up. Tell us, Travis, who's picked you up?
It is exciting, mate. I had a chat. I've been chatting for the last 2 years with Slot Mods.
I don't believe that for a second.
What's that?
I don't believe that for a second that you've been chatting.
No, yeah. How it all started, he followed when I had the big tracks in Melbourne, the big Carrera track.
Yeah.
We were talking back and forth about my designs, and he really loved how some of the big designs were like a wood routed track. And that was just the sort of chat we had on and off, over the last year and a half-ish. And then just recently he's reached out and, he's loving the news. The reason we've joined forces is because he can see it growing, and he wants to bring, he's a believer of all brands. And I was the first thing to say to him, I said, mate, I'm not owned by any brand. I represent, SRC to Carrera, anything that's in the
hobby. Represent the hobby, Travis.
Correct. And he's the same. So as a sponsor, he's got exactly the same vision as me. He doesn't care if I look at Carrera or I look at Slotted, or because he's the same. He will have all the cars on his tracks if he could. So yeah, we've joined forces, mate. There's some big things hopefully we're trying to work on. It's only early days. Of course, they're based in America, so I guess you can say watch this space. We'll see what happens there. But yeah, look, at the moment, mate, we're just chugging through the news. There's some behind-the-scenes stuff coming, because of course he works with some big companies. So I hope I can bring you some exclusive behind-the-scenes stuff, which I think the biggest news I shared, other than me and him joining forces, is him and Carrera joining forces, which is, I'm going to do a video on it, because I think we are definitely past the second age of slot cars, because you'd never imagine 2 companies coming together like they have at the moment to do, Carrera's asked him to build them a track with his signature on it. You never think that would have happened, because Carrera builds their own track. So to me, it's like we've now, and I guess it's thanks to a lot of YouTubers like yourself, and of course Raul, which is Conquest, Marty, like everyone crossing over and helping each other. I think the hobby's following behind us, because you're seeing this crossover with brands now, and they're doing stuff together. I'll do a video on it, but I'm not here to talk about the sponsor. But because I was about to talk about
it's big news, mate. I wanted to give you a little
t-shirt on, just in case I get in trouble. Where's my t-shirt?
No, you're fine, mate. I've yet to find a sponsor that can afford me, but so we're just working on it. But no, congratulations, my friend. That's big
Why are we sleeping
news.
in a tent then? Why are we sleeping in a tent when I come to the UK? What's going on there?
I'm in the tent. You're outside.
Oh, yeah.
No, you can afford a hotel now.
Just a quick disclaimer, of course, that's not sponsored by anyone. You and I are paying out of our own pocket to do that, so everyone knows that I'm not getting sponsored to go there whatsoever, and so aren't you. We both, our hard-earned money, we went, let's do this. So no, I'm not sponsored there. You will see some t-shirts on, because I think it's the right thing to do. They've looked after me, but I'm not sponsored going there. It's Trav, but nothing's going to change for me. I'm not. It's
just
business
on
as
that.
usual. Yeah.
Just on that, I've paid the accommodation is paid for. Second payment come out this week, so we are quids in. We are there, mate. There's no turning back now.
I'm telling
None
you,
at
man, it's
all.
only 10 days away. This
I
is
know.
crazy.
So let's get into it. What time are you
Yeah, let's get
landing
into
in the UK? A week on Wednesday. 10 days.
10 days.
Yeah, it's come round, hasn't it?
So you're talking about wireless mics. I bought one. It's going straight back. If you watched my latest video, no, not the MP special, the one where I announced Carrera and
Have I
slot
missed the
mods.
video?
If you listen to that audio, it's terrible. I was using this, so that's going back. So
Right,
that's my
okay.
wireless mic. They're gone.
I need to figure out how to integrate these wireless mics with the camera and the streaming software. But anyway, that's a Sunday and a Monday chat. But what time are you landing?
I think it's 10:30. I think I'll land 10:30 on the Wednesday, so the 17th. You and I believe, are heading straight to Scalextric.
Scalextric! Yes, mate. First out of the bat. Yes.
Hold on. I just saw Conquest's comment. Sorry, Conquest. I don't have enough money for a DJI wireless.
Game on, Raoul. Whenever you want, game on, mate. I'm up for it. So if you want to have a chat offline, no problem at all. If you want to join me, maybe one Sunday, absolutely cool, mate. Let's have a chat somehow offline. I'll find you. I'm really good at finding people. And no, I don't work for the government. Okay.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah. So not anymore anyway. Neither of us.
Whoops. So,
I was saying earlier, Travis, bless her, the late great Queen passed away last September. So my contract is technically finished because my oath of allegiance was to her.
You're the same as me, mate. We're the Queen's men.
Yeah, exactly. So where are we going? So Scalextric is going to be fun. We're going to enjoy that. I've never been in the 3 years I've been doing the channel this month. Never been down there. I've not been invited, but I've never actually been down there because they're right on the coast.
So how far is it from the airport, from Gatwick?
It's about an hour and 20 minutes in the car doing the speed limit. So probably about get there in about an hour and 5 minutes.
And I won't be jet lagged because I think my flight is.
You don't get jet lag from Austria to UK, mate. I love that. Get jet lagged in an hour and a half.
I won't tell you what I'm flying though, because you'd be very jealous when I'm flying. But I won't tell you yet. I'll wait for the video to reveal how I'm flying.
Morning, Aid.
I'm going cargo.
Here, Raoul's just mentioned what mic to get.
Yeah,
so I might have a look at this myself.
Yeah, but unfortunately, and I just said it before, DJI is incredible, but I just don't have the budget for it. Like, if I've been honest with you, they're expensive. All my stuff I buy, like I've got batteries. I bought a heap of batteries, and these were which are pretty good. These are only $30 off Amazon, because once you start paying for everything, it just adds up too much. Like, you start buying all the best camera. My lights cost me, I think, $100. I'm very budget, just like my channel.
Well, the thing is, it takes time. It's like the hobby. It's like this hobby that we're in. You know, you can't just turn up and get a full box of cars. They're like 80, 90 quid a piece for a good car. Well, between 60 and £100. Some of the BRM cars are now 120 quid. 120 quid for dare I say it, a toy car that you're inevitably going to mash up.
I'm stopping you right there. I'm doing a video about the toy business, about the toy car word. I've had enough now.
Are you had enough?
I don't believe they're all toy cars, and I'm going to make. I won't.
NS car's not a toy car; it's engineering.
My view on a toy car, and definitely current. I'll give you my little insight before I do the video. My view on a toy car is Carrera and Scalextric. Most definitely, they're RTR. You take them out of the box, and there is no thought from the manufacturer that you have to tune this to make it run. And that's a toy car. You go to a shop, you buy a toy, the kid plays with it. They don't have to add or modify it to make it run. And I absolutely love all brands. As you know, right beside me, I've got a Polycar. If I want to make this car go faster, there's enough room on this car for me to adjust. And there's some want from the manufacturer for me to play with this car to make sure it goes faster than it does coming out of the factory. So
Yep.
I don't think money value makes a toy. I think it's what you have to do to the car or expected to do to the car. Look at RC. You can go to Kmart or Walmart and buy a $20 RC car that literally is fully sealed and you put it on the ground and drive it. Or you go buy a Tamiya TT01 and then you can buy hop-ups from everywhere to make that thing much better. That doesn't become a toy car. It's a hobbyist's, I wouldn't say a toy, but it's a hobbyist tool now. So I don't know, the whole toy car fight, no. My opinion's different, of course, but I don't think they're all toy cars. They can't be. Damn it.
Hooked him in, everyone.
Nah.
Brilliant.
I'm not having it. I'm not having it today.
He's not happy.
Oh, no.
This is now we know how to pull his chain really quickly.
That's it.
Love it. So good. Anyway, after Scalextric, the manufacturer of toy cars, as we've just qualified, we're heading out to, because it's on the way back, and it was a great steer from
was it Dougie Boy? Doug and Ian?
Yeah, here we go. Aid sums it up. But yeah, Doug and Ian have given us a steer, and we're going to pop in to see one of their creations at, I'm sure I'm allowed to say this because it's set up and it's open.
Hold on. Now you can say it. I'm not here.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, we're popping down to see one of their tracks. I'm going to qualify if we're allowed to actually say where it is first, because I don't want to get them in any trouble. But we're going to see a track they've built, which is over 10 meters in length by some, probably, I think it was 4 meters something. It is a behemoth of a track. So we're going to go down there and see if we can get a go on that. At the very least, we're going to film the back end out of it and have a chat while we're there on site. I think they're going to be very accommodating.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's an awesome trip, man. It's an awesome. Yeah. And let's make a note. That's as soon as I land. As soon as I land, we're off. We're Scalextric. Then we're to position X. We can't say what it is yet.
Yeah.
And then I think we can finally head back to our accommodation, which is 2 hours away.
It's in Warwick. So if anyone, well, most people in England, we're staying in Warwick, and it's only a town with about 4 streets. So you probably hear us on a live stream by the time we get back.
Tony's been a bit cheeky, mate. Put Tony's message up. And
this one?
Is it down my way, Trav? Tony, I'm not going to say because you'll get me in trouble. And B, I'm not too sure. I don't know if it's down your way, Tony. By the way, while you've got Tony's up, I'll plug his YouTube channel. Tone's, while you're there, mate, can you write your YouTube channel in? Because you're going to see some amazing scratch builds on his YouTube channel.
Called?
You know, I don't know. Is it called Toby's YouTube channel, Tony? You'll know what I mean by that. But
right up on screen. Oh, here we go. We can have a. So, Doug, can we say what building, where it is? Can we say where it is, Doug? Are we allowed to say where it is? Oh, cheers, Tone.
Same as my name. Don't write Toby. Don't write Toby. I'm a bit, mate. If you've noticed this week too, while we're waiting for Doug's answer, there's been a couple more YouTube channels pop up this week in the slot car world, which I'll try and get. I was meant to do the news tonight. I've got the NSR live unboxing tonight. I'm going to do that live at 8:00 my time. But there's been a couple more YouTube channels that's popped up, so I might try and add them in the news if I can get it done today. If not, I'll do the news tomorrow. But man, it's going gangbusters now. It's going gangbusters. There's so many channels now. There you go.
There he is. This is Tony.
Builds are incredible. Builds are incredible.
Just make sure I'm subscribed. Hit that bell.
Builds are absolutely incredible. They're incredible.
Right. Well, we'll have a look at that later. Hang on a second. Trav, your camera's gone down. Oh, there you go.
I had to do a costume change, mate.
Yeah, in the spring. So, hang on a second.
You don't want to see me naked. Pretty quick costume change, though.
All right. Doug has confirmed that we can say where we're going. Do you want to do the honours?
Yeah, you go for it, mate. You go for it.
So we're going to Mercedes-Benz World. We're going in
and they're probably
with the
thinking,
Germans.
wow, but you wait until you see this track.
The track is next level. Seriously, these guys haven't been out
before.
photos.
Stop sending us photos, Doug, because we might accidentally share them. No, we won't. We won't.
Yeah, no, keep them coming. And we're not blowing it.
It is incredible. So stay tuned for that. So let's recap. I land at 10:30, refreshed with a wine or beer. I jump in. I'm hoping it's a limousine or something. You're picking me up in, you said?
Nissan Pulsar.
We're going on the Pulsar to Scalextric. I think we've got a 2-hour window there, which we get to film, I guess. And there's a leaderboard there, I think, too. So we'll try and put some times down. Then we're heading from Scalextric to Mercedes World. Is that what it's called? Mercedes World?
Yep, Mercedes-Benz World, just off junction 10 of the M25.
Which has a magnetic racing track there, which we've seen that. We've seen pictures. It is, it's next level. It's next level. And that's just for the Wednesday. And then we go home, we relax. We probably do a live stream that night.
We're doing live, baby.
We're doing live to talk about our events, some editing.
Then some sleep, and then we wake up. It's Thursday. It's one day sooner to the Slot Car Festival.
Hold on. Doug said we've got an extra challenge to do while we're there, which is super cool if you're into F1s. I can't stand F1s.
I like F1s. You're talking to an absolute F1 demon.
I was just watching the qualifying now because I was a little bit last night. I got home late. Sorry, guys. Party. No, I wasn't partying. I only had a couple.
What's the challenge, Doug? Throw it in.
Throw it in, Doug. Throw it at us.
In fact, I tell you what, let's see if we can get Doug on the stream. Oh, no, it's going to go to Ian, isn't it? We'll get Ian on as well if he's watching.
I'm just trying to get my chat stream back up.
Yeah, so I've just watched that. I've just sent them a link if they want to come on and have a chat about it. You're more than welcome, boys.
So what was I going to say to you? So that's Wednesday. We'll do a live Wednesday. Thursday? What was happening Thursday again?
So I've been in touch with David and Guy from Slot Track Scenics. Lovely chaps, great friends of ours. And I believe yours as well. Yeah, so we're going to go over there and check out their premises and have a little snoop around at what they're up to at the moment. They won't have the Austria track set up because that's broken down, ready for the Slot Car Festival. But they will have the Bathalon track that we can get involved with and have a go on and see how they work, have a chat with them, look around what they're doing, what they're progressing and developing. It's going to be really, really good insight into what they do, that, Trav.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And I'm happy that they've got an Austrian track. I know I'm here in Austria at the moment. And just so everyone knows, I'm not here full-time. I'm here full-time for now, but you will see the Slot Shed. Slot Shed 2.0 is coming back to the channel. But
good.
At the moment, you're well aware of this, but at the moment I am in Austria for some time with family and my family. But as we're talking, my camera's mucking up. As we're talking, I've got plans in the background for the Slot Shed to be getting finished and hopefully started before I go back home.
Okay.
So the channel will be epic once I get back to Australia as well. Brilliant. And then I'm back and forth. But what I'm saying is the Austrian track is pretty cool because I'm here at the moment. It kind of feels like a home track. It's really cool to see the Austrian track at the Slot Car Festival, which is going to be epic, mate. I haven't stopped thinking about it. It's just the amount of stuff that they're putting on. I would travel from Australia to go to it. It is that big of a thing.
While you're on, actually, when we get to the weekend bit in a minute, I've got something to play you that you'll enjoy. So, what are we doing after we've been slot track scenics? What we're doing is we're hitting the road for an hour and we're heading up to Wolverhampton Slot Car Club to have a hangout with those guys, tune our cars a little bit ahead of the weekend. They've got two major tracks there. They've got the Oldsley track, which is technical, it's wood, it's fantastic. And then they've got the international track, which is huge, colossal straight. Yes. The last time I went there was just over a year ago. So I was kind of still learning how to go out and do things rather than doing things inside, from COVID. So I was kind of a bit timid. I didn't really know anyone. Now that I've over the last year, I know the main people there because they're racers. So I see them at the race events, and I'm really looking forward to seeing pals. I've spoke to Malcolm. He's expecting us and looking forward to having us there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, I am. Oh, this is awesome. So that's Thursday.
Yeah, they do their practice nights on a Thursday, and then, like most slot car clubs, do the racing on Fridays. If we've got enough time after what we talk about in a moment on Friday, I'm half tempted to dogleg us up to Rockingham for club night. As long as we get there. Yeah, for every Friday we go to Rockingham.
That's Friday night, is it?
Every Friday night, yeah. I was there on Friday night. So it is the final week. No, it will be a special. It will be in between classes. It's an F1 night. As long as we're there by 8:30, that's when the qualifying starts.
Our main priority is, though, and I've just noticed the man himself, Ian's jumped on. Our main priority, though, Friday night is to help out Ian and Doug.
Yeah, I've heard they kick you out at 6 p.m.
Oh, so we've got plenty of time.
That's what I'm thinking, yeah.
Sorry about Ian and Doug, then.
Ian and Doug, we'll just put them in the boot and take them with us.
In the pulsar.
Yeah, you can show me how to do a hostage takedown, and we'll get them in the boot. Oh, no, that's me. Sorry.
So Thursday, I don't know if we'll be able to do a live Thursday, because what time would the racing finish, do you think, at this racetrack? We'll probably go live if we can from there, depending on the internet connection.
Yeah.
But what time do you think we'll be back Thursday? Yeah, we'll go live there then. I'll go live. We'll both, mate, we'll be like The Rock and Kevin Hart having a fight over our lives. We'll figure out something. Get out of my channel.
Exactly.
So Friday we're at is Williams HQ. We've already told everyone this. So Friday we're at Williams HQ. They have a track challenge there as well. We're going without the legends Doug and Ian, which is, mate, it's awesome. Like, Doug and Ian have been so good behind the scenes. You guys are legends. Even though I'm slack on building kits. Sorry, guys. Hold on. I better do this quickly. Thanks,
We didn't want to mention it.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. Mate, when do we sleep and when can I eat? Where's the gym? No, I'm joking. I don't care. 5 days, we're good to go.
Eating's cheating and sleeping's for pedestrians. You get enough when you hit the grave, mate.
It is. And Friday we're very busy. We get up.
Williams F1 in it.
Williams F1 in it, which I'm very pumped. I'm a huge Williams fan. Even to today, I am. I just watched the qualifying, but I've always been a Williams fan, literally since I was a kid. So I am
awesome.
Beyond excited to even be in the same building as a Williams car. Then we're going to help out the legends, Ian and Doug from Scalextric, to help them set up their booth pre-show, which we won't be filming that unless they give us the okay. That's all behind the scenes stuff. That's up to Doug and Ian if we can film anything there. Yes, we can probably stand behind a wall and go live. Thanks, Conquest. I appreciate that, mate. Conquest, your channel's epic, mate. Mine, my editing looks like a child finger painting compared to what you do. Jeez, I don't know how I get away with it sometimes. Then the big one, mate. Saturday, Sunday. What can I say?
Well, I know what I can say. It leads me nicely in. So I'm going to play a little video now. Okay, it's about a minute long, so bear with it.
Don't open the wrong file, please.
Actually, no. I've got this covered. I'm on it. So this is going to take about maybe 3 or so hours, but I think that we're going to have flexibility in terms of how we're obligated to marshal. I'm happy to stay there and take one for the team and marshal while we're racing, but I know you've got things to do, so we'll talk about it to the race control that you might have to duck out for 2 minutes here and there. But what you don't realise
is it going to be a big problem if they lose me?
No,
I know what you're going to say now.
Only for the racing. You've got to race, or just say when you get there, do you know what? I've got too many interviews. I can't do it. But you've got 2 full days there, Travis. Honestly, you've got 2 full days. So here we go. This is what Travis and I are going to be entered into.
And they're off.
And it's new to me. I didn't know I was doing this.
Yeah, this is from last. Let's turn that down a bit. This is a coverage from last year's polycar race.
So I didn't know I was entering this race. So who's preparing my car?
Me. You want to see what car you're racing?
Oh, can we do a reveal? Are you serious? This is exciting. This is exciting. Wait for the video. Wait for the video. I want to have a good close up of it.
Yeah.
You do some good video work, mate.
Oh, cheers, fella. From you, I'll take it.
No, you do. You do some good videoing.
This was a year ago when I could just about turn the editing software on. But now I've got into AI. I've been learning AI in the last week or so.
I love Adrian's question. Pete, do you know how many hours there are in a 24-hour? Yeah. Trust me, Adrian. I think you're squeezing me for every ounce of breath I've got while I'm there, which is exciting. Thank you. Pete's been amazing. Pete's been amazing. You really have, mate. You've been a good mate through all this, so cheers, Pete.
It's going to be good fun.
By the time I leave, we'll be punching on with each other, but that's okay.
There you go.
You're fun. Before you show me,
Yeah.
Maurizio, I can't wait to meet him. I honestly can't wait to meet him, but I've got a goal to do. I'm going to try and buy every brand car that's there if I can, if the budget allows me. And if they're happy to, I'm going to see if the heads of that brand, of course, Maurizio Polycar slot it, and see if they can sign a car each for me that I purchased there. So I've got some shelf queens for a permanent backdrop in my space. I would love to get a crystal case signed by him, and of course Scalextric, if the designer, because the design team's going to be there from Scalextric, something signed by them. That's my goal. So watch this space. I'll see if I can.
Okay, yeah, nice.
I'm going there as a fan. I'm like,
he's going for big fan zone. Yeah.
This is awesome.
Fantastic. He's a lovely fella.
Thanks for stitching me up. Thanks for putting me in a race I didn't know I was in. No pressure.
Brilliant. So you got a choice, because I'm quite comfortable with either option.
Or JPS and
they're both Lotus 72s. One's the Rob Walker livery. One is slightly different size. One's bigger. This one's bigger than this one.
So I've heard that before. Can I ask you a question? Can you do me a favor? I'm going to put it to the crowd. Can you take some photos of each car and a little bit of a background of what we're doing race-wise? I'll make a quick video, of course, shouting out to you, and I'll get the viewers in that video to put a comment on what car I should drive and what car you should drive, and we'll see who gets the short straw, which is probably me.
I'll do a quick 5 minutes on it on a video over this weekend. I'll put it on the.
Can you film you and send me you talking, and then I can add you in that video with me?
Yeah,
like with some magic.
Yeah. See, track fans, this is what happens when we get together. We start plotting future content. Brilliant. Hang on a second. Let's get back on task.
What are we talking about again?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the Slot Car Festival. 17. So I thought
Wednesday we're out. Wednesday we're busy. Thursday we're busy. Friday we're busy. Saturday
Sunday we're off the charts.
Racing a race I've never heard of. No, I haven't heard of it, but I'm racing a race I didn't know I was part of. Continue, Pete. Go. What's next?
I figured that might be a better one. Well, we could do. There's 17 tracks in the premises. There's more tracks than that, but there's 17 within an inner show competition. So what Julie was saying when she was on the show last week, which was a fantastic guest. If you're watching, Julie and Mark, good morning to you guys. Thanks for last week. Really good. She was saying that there's a competition where you can, when you sign in, we'll have to go and get this because we'll already be in. You get a form, a bit of paper that's got the 17 tracks on it, and you go round through the course of the show and you race on it, and then you write your score on there and they keep a log of your score. So at the end of the show, by Sunday afternoon or whenever they publish it, you've got an overall show champion. So that's not bad. I'm going to do that as well. I never did that last year, but I'm definitely going to do that this year.
How are we going to squeeze all this in? Because my thoughts running behind my head, the amount of different content you can create for the viewer. My purpose of going there is I want
Incredible.
to feel like they've come with us. And I'm even thinking now, there's 17 tracks. You can just do a video on the tracks because there's a HO track, I believe. Plus, there's some pretty detailed tracks going.
It'd be easier to say what tracks aren't there.
Oh, this is, mate. We are so lucky. So my goal is to bring it to the viewer. Like, yeah, I'm lucky. I'm going. Oh, I just want. Yeah, this is. Mate, I don't know what to say. Oh, this is the best ever. This is the best. Oh. It's only 10 days.
To say we're stoked is an understatement.
I need more memory cards. We're going to need people to help us hold cameras. It's going to be hard, man, because there's so much stuff happening. I don't know where we're going to store it all. Like, anyways, I'll worry about that when I'm on the plane crying.
See, I like to make a short list. So what I've got into the habit of doing since last November, when I closed the business, I've got in the habit of being very, very ruthless with how I spend money and how I deal with money, because I'm trying to save up for this bill in October that's coming up that I need to do. So I've got I always sort of say to myself, right, this is how much I'm willing to spend rather than what I need to find. Because when you get there, like I said the other week about finding on your live stream, it's about finding stuff I didn't know existed. Yeah, so like this, which was £3. Awesome. That to me was brilliant. So I'm very, very lucky in the context that over the last couple of years, I've added to my collection and now I have a car for each class.
Yeah, that's good.
So what I'm thinking of doing is maybe investing in some additional polycar track for my new polycar set. So I can use that as my test track in the garage, which I've hoofed some space. Development's coming. I could do a video on it, but development's coming. I've figured out how to get my garage back to as it should be. And when I do that, which will be probably in the next 36 hours, I'm going to need more track because the polycar track, which I'm going to get out soon, track fans, they might have seen a teaser on Instagram and TikTok yesterday.
I'm going to need more track. Thanks to Slot It for sharing that too. That was cool.
Yes, Slot It. Legends. Slot It. I've picked up my reel. I will forget what these things are called. Picked up the reel and used it on their story. Slot It. I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you. I tell you, it made me feel good. It's a cheap video, but it made me feel good.
Mate, it's good when they do stuff like that. It's really, really good.
Yeah, well, look, there's a dare. Roll,
yes.
We dare you. Come over because Travis might not come next year. He might be in Australia. So come over.
My goal is to make it work, and I've spoken to my lovely wife. I'm very lucky. I've got a very supportive wife. That's a key thing for me to go to because I think it's the moment, it's the biggest celebration of all things. I mean, there's big celebrations. We've got Disco 24-hour Le Mans. That's a big celebration of racing. Yeah, I saw that. I didn't want to mention that one. Thanks.
Thanks. True.
But I think Slot Fest is is where everything comes together just to celebrate the hobby. And you got to be there. It's our Woodstock.
Brilliant. I know it's going to be epic. Oh shit!
See you guys. I'm back.
Sorry. This is live TV, everyone.
And he's gone. See you, Trav. Thanks for coming. But I'm going to jump off, mate. So I'm going to have some breakfast. I think we've recapped everything. Cheers for bringing me on. And sorry I was a little bit late. I was talking to you whilst I was lying in bed.
Yeah, lazy, hungover, lazy.
No. I'm not a big drinker. Only two.
This is what happens when the F1's on. Travis gets hammered.
I was watching the I was watching the F1s. If I can quickly plug, if you're happy with that, mate, this is the NSR unboxing tonight, 8 p.m. my time.
Yeah. Bring the box over so we can see it a bit bigger.
So I don't know what's in it. NSR has sent me. See you guys. I'll be back soon.
Where is he? Where's he gone? Oh, there he is. Trying to get you a bigger screen so you can see the box bigger.
So we've got a decent sized box.
NSR in the house.
Yeah. So thank you, NSR. That'll be unboxed tonight. I was going to make a video, but a lot of people see Disco live, and if you missed the live, please tune in. Heap of cars, I'm guessing. I don't know what's in there. I honestly don't. I haven't. It's sealed. The track is going well.
Reaching out to these people, really. That looks amazing.
Is going well. We've got some. I've been flying some BRMs around the track, having some issues with 132 because the braid is popping it out. But yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's when I
glued it down. It's wider.
No. The width is fine. It's the application of the glue. Because it's an old track and you've tore up old stuff, there's high spots. So when your guide goes over, of course, it pushes out the guide.
Do you need to go around and literally sand out?
No, it's hard. It's pretty much. I'll probably have to redo it again. Like for now, it's okay. 124 is not a problem at all. Some 132s with a bit of weight and a bigger guide, no issue. But if you're running, I mean, this is a beautiful car. But if you're running this Ferrari, I'll quickly show underneath. We've only got a small guide.
Nice.
But you've also got a very strong braid. So as soon as that hits a bump, the braid just lifts up with the guide and she's gone. So I'll fix that, no problem.
What is that? Is that a 508? No.
No, it's the... I can't remember where I put the box. I can't remember what it was now. No, it's not a 508. It's a...
GT?
Chat.
GT40?
You know what it is?
No.
I can't remember what it was. But it's a Ferrari.
Nice.
I'm looking for the...
All right, anyway, it's a Ferrari. Tell us later on your stream what it is. So people who want to know, tune into Travis's live stream later. What time?
8 o'clock my time, so it's probably 7 o'clock your time.
7 UK.
And that's it, Ferrari 333P. Thank you,
man. You the man.
But yeah, cheers, man. I appreciate it. Love the show.
Yeah, absolutely. Right then, Trav.
Can you do that homework for me? Do that homework for me.
Right, what is this? We need to... Oh, mate, they won't let me into America.
Don't wait. You're a mess. You're a mess. All right, legends. And make sure you don't forget to do that homework for me. I need some pictures of those cars and maybe a little video from you so we can get the viewers to choose.
Yes, I've written it down on my to-do list.
If anyone else...
That's a good point, actually. Right, Trav, I will see you later, my friend. You ready? Ta-da, buddy. And he is out. Thank you, Travis, for coming on and sharing a Sunday slot car session for us. Next week is coming on. It'll be the week before the show, and he can do a news round for us. Give us a summary of the news that he's doing through the week. Tune in to his news feed through the week. Sponsored by Slot Mods. Really, really good show. So you'll enjoy that. Right then. So I was going to say to him just before he chips off to get some food, which isn't a bad shout, actually. If there's anything that you want covering on these shows, because, you know, we like to interact. So if there's any content you want to see, if there's anything you want us to do, or if there's anywhere you want us to go, let us know, because within reason, I'm up for it. So one other thing I wanted to shout out today is just to wish the guys, the runners and the riders who are over at... Right, Anger. Let's get the right view. There we go. The runners and riders are over at Wales and West today or this weekend. Sean's over there. John Underwood's over there. A load of people are over there to have a race. It's plastic. And it is, I believe it's GT3. I think it's F1. I should have done this research before I come on, or I should have pinned my ears back and asked the right questions on Friday up at the club. But anyway, if you're racing in this week's Wales and West, good luck to you fellas and fellow S's. Good luck to you indeed. I wish I was there, but I've got to pick and choose what I do, because literally you can literally do something every weekend in this slot car hobby, race-wise, in particular race-wise this year. So we were chatting on the way back or on the way to the club on Friday in the car. There's three of us. And we were saying that if you take just the Disca, the digital slot car racing, there's 16 races for them. And then if you take just the GT3 championship, there's 5 races for them. So that's 21 races between them. If you split a year in half, you got 26 weeks. So you've got something literally every other week. Or actually, if you did it on an average, every other week for the year, just on digital. Then you've got the CRSCA. Then you've got the DRSCA. It sounds like a song, doesn't it? DISCO. Don't know, showing me age now. Then you've got the classics. Then you've got the 1 in 24 scale. Then you've got the raceway type. Then you've got BRM and everything. You literally can go to 2 race events or swap meets every weekend for the whole year. It is well up on last year, and the choice is immense, which is why when we say on our channels, the hobby is growing. This is what I'm talking about. The hobby really is growing. Like the polycar competition that we're in, Travis and I, whether he does it or not, I don't know. I entered him for fun, but he'll do it because I'll convince him. The entry list is 20. And when I joined in the week, it was at 18. We are 19 and 20. I'm sure they could probably accommodate a couple more if you really want to be involved. Go on Slot Forum, go to the events tab, scroll down to Polycar competition. I think it's called Polycar Gaydon 2023. Go in there. Mr. Rowland is sorting out that thread, that post, that feed. So speak to him. Yeah, you're welcome, Travis. And thank you, mate. Appreciate that. What was I saying? Yeah, you can accommodate it, but if you take, I just saw Electric Dreams from over America. Hi guys, you right? Good morning from the UK. They just put out that they're sponsoring and they're sorting out the National America race, and they're doing great things there. So they've got a space for 70 racers. They've got special deals at the hotel nearby. I think it was the Hyatt, little plug for Hyatt. And also they're running a shuttle service in the Electric Dreams airport shuttle bus, their minibus, which is going from the station to the race event and back. So if you're in the States watching this, and I know in the States you have this ongoing thing where you're struggling to find things to do within the hobby because the area is so big indeed. I mean, each of your states is literally bigger by 2 or 3 times than our country. And that's the whole country, not just England. Long live the king. So that's huge. Electric Dreams, top draw. Well done for putting that on. And not only just putting it on and saying, yeah, get to the race, but actually making it easy for people to get to the race via the discounted hotel, the shuttle bus to the service and back. Doug from Ian and Doug has seen the post as well. That is a cool bus, isn't it? I didn't spray it, but that's what I would spray it if I sprayed the bus. So hop onto Instagram, find Electric Dreams, click the follow, then find the post, and you'll see them. Lovely chaps, those guys. Really like them. Hang on a second. Yes, Marky Boy is in the house. Right then, that is just great timing because I do love to plug my pals Mark and Rick from Slot Car Magazine. And you know the Slot Car Magazine is never far away from my possession. He says, reaching round to his small coffee table. Yes, Slot Car Magazine. Love it. Anyway, hot off the press from Mark. Morning, Mark. Morning, Rick. No, they don't sleep together, but they're in separate places watching this. Just have to get that out there in case you think I've been misleading you. But no, Mark and Rick do Slot Car Magazine. They're going to be at the UK Slot Car Festival. If you didn't catch it, watch live, watch back, and you'll see the full itinerary that Travis and I are doing from the build up to the show and the show. And this is one of the places that we will always go. Graham Pritchard hangs out there. Morning, Graham. You're right. And yeah, really good guys. And he's just told us live on the stream right now, his latest edition is out. So if you don't know where to get it from, which would have been a great thing for the plug, go to the website where you can find it, slotcarmagazine.co.uk, and you can get a digital copy, which I'll admit, the last one I bought, I did get the digital copy. And they've just launched this edition, Slot Car Magazine, so you can go over and get it on PDF if you cannot wait. You need it today for your kippers and coffee in a bit, get that. Or if you like, excuse me, if you like it a little bit more tactile, so you can like plug things like this or have it laying around or share it, you can go to Pendle Slot Racing, which just put Pendle Slot in a search engine and it'll pop up, and you can buy the hard copy from those guys, lovely guys at Pendle. And while you're there, make sure you buy some tires, some gears, some white body kits, light kits, digital kits, couple of custom scratch builds, maybe some decals. What else? Some grub screws. Yeah, I need some grub screws. I need some 0.2s, please, guys. You can get everything there. So that's for you guys, Pendle. Oh, come on. Graham, if you're watching this, mate, they're only joking. Come over to our stand and make sure you bring your lunch this time. That was genius. Genius. So, yeah, Slot Car Magazine. Love those guys. Cheers, Mark. Thanks for the update, mate. That will be one of the visitations that we'll be doing at the Slot Car Festival. So, yeah, like I said, if there's any way you want us to go road trip, see, check out, do so. The amount of clubs and tracks available through the UK is unbelievable. When I did the Milton Keynes Swap Car meet, I did a chat with David Farrow from Rockingham Slot Car Club. Yes, Dave. And he was telling us about how to be involved, you know, how to go to a slot car club, what you would have to do, how people will welcome you and whatnot. So all you have to do really, and this is any slot car club, reach out to them just to let them know you're coming. Turn up, because they'll tell you what time it is and where to go and all that. Turn up. They're going to lend you a controller, lend you a car. It's going to be free on most cases. It is at our club. It is at the clubs, the other clubs I speak to. Free for your first night or couple of nights. You just get the feel for it, and then you can start. So if you take our newest guy and his son, we've got Tom and young Charlie coming to the club now. He come a couple of weeks ago. I put it in the live. I said 3 generations. There they are, all racing. They come back. They missed last week. They were here this week. Turns up, he's got 2 slotted cars. He's got a Jaguar and he's got the what's the other one? Oh, sorry, Tom, and something else. So we've instantly got him on board. We're tuning it. We've got him painting his front wheels. We've got the back wheels stuck down. We've got them glued and trued. Next week we're going to work on a bit of weight with him in the car to keep. He comes out of the corner quite easy, so might need to just put a bit of weight in there. Fantastic. Yes, there you go, Mark. Commission's in. Raoul is in the case. Yeah, Raoul, this is a great read, my friend. You will not be disappointed in there. Not be disappointed. I'll just pop this back up on the screen here so we can just keep the plug going. Yeah, thanks, Doug. Doug is agreeing. Just give that some recognition there. He gets it as well. And the thing with Doug is, I'm surprised, Mark, that you haven't got Ian and Doug in as columnists yet. Columnists is a quick way to fill out your content. So you need some columnists doing columns. And yeah, so that'll do. I'll help you out maybe now and again if you want a column here and then. Do I don't know, a quarterly column or something. So well done. Right. So what else have we got to talk about? Not a great deal. Well, I can talk for days, obviously, as you know. But it is bank holiday of the King's coronation special free big holiday, which I'm enjoying. So, yeah, let's have a look. Right. I am probably going to wrap it up in a couple of minutes. So just give you guys a chance to say your goodbyes to each other in the chat and things, and we'll get that squared away. Next week, we will talk about... Where's my pen? we're going to have a look at video. So I've just got to make a note of my notes because I do forget things really easy. So I'll bring you an update on the Marshall Post number 55, which I'm really enjoying. So I'll bring you an update on that. I'll bring you an update on the Dunlop Bridge. We're going to the Rover. We're going to build it. I'm going to talk to you about the Rover tyres. So Rover progression, and then it'll be ready. And then I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm going to do with the Rover once it's ready. Right, hang on before I go. There you go. See, you're already doing columnists. No worries, Darfingers. Thank you very much, my friend. Raoul, no worries. I know it's a big ask getting you out of bed at 3 a.m. But I'm quite happy if you need it to get up at 3 a.m. and hop on with you. I will look pretty much just like this. That's the ethos of the Sunday slot car sessions, is to just turn up. It's Sunday morning, brush your teeth. That's a mandatory. No one wants death breath or fur, but just turn up. We're all in our pajamas. It really doesn't matter. That's the point. We're talking slot cars to get us creative, get us in the creative mood for the day ahead. You might need some sleep, Raoul, for your day ahead. But generally, we come off here, we're pumped. We've got modelling going on. We've got spray jobs and custom car building going on. We've got chats about the Slot Car Festival, so we can sort of make a list or a plan of what we want to do. It just gives us some ideas about how we form our day and our week ahead. As I always do when I'm signing off, and I'm giving you the moment to say goodbye in the chat and stuff to each other, because this is a community. We are good friends. We do get on. We're here for a shared love of slot car, and actually realize that we are compatible with other humans that do like slot cars too. Love it. So quick shout out. Firstly, they're in the room, so this makes life really easy. If you haven't tuned into Raoul, get onto his channel, Conquest Racing Club. He's based in Canada. He brings you some sick material. I love it. And the one thing I like about Raoul is he's got the tech. So his delivery and his clarity in the videos is world class. When I grow up, I'm going to be as good as him. Travis, who you saw earlier, that slot car guy, tune in today, UK time today at 7 o'clock, which is 8 o'clock in Europe. And who knows the rest of the world. I'm going to get some world times in here next week. So I'll write that down, world times. We've got friend of the show, Ian and Doug at Magnetic Racing. Great guys. Get on board with them. We've got Paul at Slot Car 2021. He's taken a break through the month of May. He's a bit busy. You know, he's a man in demand. See you guys. You take care. So Paul is one to watch. When he comes back, he's going to carry on with his tuning tips. We've got Dave over at Slot R. He's just delivered some a video, his latest one, where he redoes his car park. He's inside the middle of his track. His track's he's big. I love his track. His track is the stuff dreams are made of. But then he's got the modeling aspect to it as well. And he as well is he is one to watch. He's like going to become the UK version of Boone's Slot Car Garage. And Boone is a great guy, so tune into him. We've got regular commentary commentating from Marty at Two Lines. We've got the guys over at Home Racing World. We've got Johnny S and Car Fun Mostly. We've got James Cleave's channel. It's really good for tech. I mean, seriously, we've got so much good content going on. And as Travis was saying, we've got new guy, MP. How you doing, mate? MP Slot Car. Love that care package over to Trav. That was really cool. Love that. Lots of guys doing lots of different things, and I apologize if I've missed your channel. I'm sorry. Get in touch. Let me know what you're doing, who you are, where you are. I want to watch. It's actually getting to the stage now where I'm having to think what I'm watching, because I do a lot of modeling and spraying. So I get the old YouTube on the telly in the background. And so like half the time now, I'm not doing this. I'm watching YouTube, because the content you guys are creating is really good. It's really relevant. It's really current. Thank you, Tony. Cheers, mate. That's a really nice thing to say. Yeah, the content is just, it's world class. So all of you guys and the guys that I've missed and the girls, keep it up. Please keep me entertained. I'm absolutely loving it. So don't slow down. We're all watching. And if, you know, if you're not into any of those guys or girls that I've just mentioned, find them, like them, subscribe to it, comment on it, share it out there, get it out there. It is world class. So, Slot Vengers. Yes, Slot Vengers. Thank you. I'll write that down. Slot Vengers. Check that out. So, yeah. So, on that note, guys, I wish you all a very happy Santa. This is the beauty of live TV. You can't cut that stuff out. You can't edit that out. So, let's do it again. Take two. So, guys, have a very, very good Sunday and enjoy your bank holiday tomorrow, guys. Thanks, Steve. Nice one. And we'll see you all next week. I'm going to do a little video, 2 videos maybe this week, maybe 1, I don't know. So keep tuned on the channel. It's going to be interesting. A couple of weeks ahead. Very busy, but a lot of fun. So stay tuned, guys. Have a great, great weekend, and I'll see you next weekend. It's going to be epic.